Hey everyone, welcome to the Deep Dive. I'm Terry.
And I'm Sheri, ready to talk Black Friday.
Oh yeah, the Super Bowl of shopping, the day after Thanksgiving, where reasonable people turn into bargain hunters.
Doorbuster deals, epic shopping fails, maybe even a few tears of joy, hopefully, or maybe from the pepper spray.
We dug up some hilarious stories and fascinating facts about Black Friday, from its surprising origins to how it's evolved over time.
So buckle up, grab your credit cards, and get ready to deep dive into the madness that is Black Friday. And don't forget to like and subscribe.
Yeah, and leave a comment below. Let us know your crazy Black Friday stories. We might even feature them in a future deep dive.
All right, let's kick things off with a little history lesson. I always thought Black Friday was named after stores finally going in the black, making a profit.
Yeah, makes sense, right?
Well, the real story is way more entertaining.
Okay, hit me with it.
So picture this. Philadelphia in the 1950s, the day after Thanksgiving. The city is swamped with shoppers and tourists, all thanks to the annual Army-Navy football game.
Sounds like a recipe for chaos.
Oh, it was. Huge traffic jams, sidewalks overflowing, shops packed like sardine cans.
So where does Black Friday come in?
The Philadelphia police officers, they were stuck dealing with all this mayhem, working overtime, directing traffic, trying to keep things from going totally bananas.
I bet they were dreaming of a nice quiet day at the beach.
They started calling this crazy day after Thanksgiving Black Friday. And it wasn't a compliment. It was a day they dreaded.
So Black Friday wasn't about happy shoppers or profitable stores. It was about the police officers' misery.
Pretty much. And get this, retailers actually tried to change the name to Big Friday.
Big Friday. Sounds like a sale on oversized pants.
Exactly. It flopped. People were already used to Black Friday, and the name stuck.
So they embraced the chaos and turned it into a marketing goldmine. Pretty clever.
They really did. They took a day that was a headache for the police and turned it into a day when shoppers go wild for deals.
And how did we go from crowded streets in the 50s to people camping out in front of stores days before Black Friday?
It was a slow burn, Terry. For years, Black Friday shopping started at a semi-reasonable hour, like 6 a.m.
6 a.m. Speak for yourself, Sheri. That's the middle of the night.
Okay, fair enough. But compared to what came later, 6 a.m. was practically sleeping in. As stores competed for shoppers, they kept pushing those opening hours earlier, 5 a.m., 4 a.m. Then someone decided, hey, why not just open at midnight?
The birth of midnight madness.
And that's when Black Friday went from a shopping day to a full-blown contact sport. Shoppers sprinting through stores, grabbing anything they could get their hands on, maybe even a shopping cart collision or two.
Sounds like a Black Friday zombie movie.
You're not far off. And amidst all this chaos,
Right.
Some truly legendary Black Friday moments were born. There's a story about a guy who wanted to get to the electronics section as fast as possible.
So what did he do? Hire a getaway driver.
He grabbed a kid's bicycle and just started pedaling through the aisles, full speed ahead, weaving between shoppers, a look of pure determination on his face.
Did he at least have a helmet on? Safety first.
Nope. Safety gear whatsoever, and his grand plan hit a snag when he encountered a freshly mopped floor. Let's just say his quest for a discounted laptop turned into an unplanned slip-and-slide adventure.
Okay, that one wins. I'm picturing it now and I can't stop laughing.
Oh, but wait, there's more. Another year, a woman shows up with her own custom-made shopping cart. We're not talking about your average wobbly-wheeled dented basket cart.
Go on.
This thing was a masterpiece. It had a horn rear-view mirrors, maybe even a cup holder for her pumpkin spice latte.
Yeah.
She was ready to dominate.
Now that's dedication. I wonder if she had it insured.
When asked why she brought her souped-up chariot of shopping, she simply said, "These store carts don't have the torque I need."
I don't even know what to say to that. That's amazing.
Black Friday brings out the best and most interesting in people. But it's not just the shoppers who have crazy stories. The employees have seen it all, too.
Oh, absolutely. They're the unsung heroes of Black Friday. They have to deal with the crowds, the long hours, and some truly bizarre situations.
So give me the good stuff. What are some of the craziest things they've witnessed?
Okay, picture this. 2 grown adults, both looking like they haven't slept in days, locked in an epic tug of war over a blender.
A blender, really? Not a big screen TV or a gaming console?
A blender. And you know what? The blender couldn't handle the pressure. It broke in half, leaving each shopper with a useless piece of plastic and a whole lot of disappointment.
I'm starting to think Black Friday is a social experiment disguised as a shopping day. The things people will do for a discount.
Speaking of strange and wonderful things, let's talk about the Thanksgiving squad. I've heard tales of people dressing up in costumes causing a ruckus to distract other shoppers.
Oh, yeah. They're legendary. One year, a group of friends decided to dress up as Tookies, complete with feathery costumes and gobbles.
Okay, I'm already laughing. What was their plan?
Their mission was to create a distraction so their friend could snag the last gaming console. They were like a flock of feathery ninjas, flapping their wings and gobbling their way through the crowd.
Did it work? Please tell me they pulled it off.
Yeah. It was a heist so perfectly executed, so ridiculously wholesome, that even the store manager had to give them props for their creativity. The friend got the console, and a Black Friday legend was born.
That's fantastic. But how did we go from this one crazy day in Philadelphia to a multi-week shopping extravaganza? When did online shopping enter the picture?
Ah, yes. The rise of Cyber Monday, the internet's answer to Black Friday madness. It all started in the early 2000s when retailers noticed something interesting. People who were too busy or too sane to shop over Thanksgiving weekend were doing their bargain hunting online that Monday, from the comfort of their own homes.
Makes sense. Shopping in your pajamas definitely beats getting trampled by a crowd for a discounted waffle iron.
They dubbed it Cyber Monday, and it was like a digital explosion. In 2010, Black Friday was still the king of in-store traffic, but Cyber Monday saw a huge jump in online shoppers.
It was basically Black Friday for the internet age. Did it live up to the hype?
Oh, absolutely. By 2014, Cyber Monday had become the busiest online shopping day of the year, with sales exceeding $2 billion.
Wow, that's a lot of digital shopping carts getting filled. But what about those of us who want the deals but don't want to wait until Monday?
Well, that's where the brilliant minds of retail came up with Cyber Week. They realized they could extend the online shopping frenzy beyond a single day, so they started offering deals throughout the entire week following Thanksgiving.
So from one chaotic day in Philadelphia, we've gone to a full-blown week of online deals. The evolution of Black Friday is truly wild.
It just goes to show how much Black Friday has changed. It's become this multi-platform, multi-day event that caters to both the in-store warriors and the online strategists.
Speaking of warriors and strategists, let's talk about the psychology of Black Friday. What drives people to wake up at the crack of dawn, or even earlier, to fight over discounted merchandise?
Great question. It all boils down to our primal instincts and how we respond to scarcity and urgency.
Okay, break it down for me.
First, there's FOMO, the fear of missing out. When you see those limited time offers and hear stories of people scoring amazing deals, it triggers the sense of urgency and a fear that you'll miss out if you don't join the frenzy.
Definitely guilty of that one. That limited time offer always gets me clicking.
Then there's the thrill of the hunt. For some people, Black Friday is like a game. It's about getting there first, snagging the best deals, and outsmarting the other shoppers. It's a sense of accomplishment, like winning a trophy.
And let's be real, sometimes it's just fun to be part of the madness. It's a shared experience, a kind of collective craziness that bonds us together, even if it's over a discounted slow cooker.
Exactly. And finally, there's the undeniable allure of a good bargain. Black Friday is marketed as the time to get the absolute lowest prices on everything. And for many people, that's a powerful motivator.
So it's a combination of FOMO, the thrill of the chase, and the irresistible power of a sale. It's no wonder Black Friday is such a phenomenon. It taps into some pretty deep-seated human desires.
It really does. It's fascinating how these psychological factors play out differently for in-store shoppers versus online shoppers.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Tell me more.
For in-store shoppers, there's a sense of immediacy and a tangible reward. You see the product, you touch it, you put it in your cart, and it's yours. There's also that social aspect of being part of the crowd, experiencing the energy and excitement firsthand.
I can see that. There's a certain energy, a buzz in the air on Black Friday that you just don't get online.
But for online shoppers, the focus is more on strategy and convenience. They can research deals in advance, compare prices across different retailers, and avoid the crowds and chaos. Their reward comes from finding the absolute best deal, often without even leaving their couch.
So two different approaches, but both driven by that same desire for a bargain. It's cool to see how Black Friday plays out in both the physical and digital worlds.
And let's not forget the most important thing, staying safe. Whether you're braving the in-store crowds or battling it out in those digital checkout lines.
Yes, safety first, everyone. Black Friday can get a little wild.
Yeah.
So we need to make sure we're prepared.
For all you in-store warriors, essential tip number 1, wear comfortable shoes. You'll be doing a lot of walking, standing, maybe even running. Trust me. Those blisters will not be worth it.
Solid advice. I've seen way too many people regretting their footwear choices on Black Friday.
Next up, pack snacks. You don't want to get hangry in the middle of a Black Friday battle. A granola bar or some trail mix can be a lifesaver.
Plus, a strategically offered snack can be a great way to make friends in line.
Exactly. And most importantly, set a budget and stick to it. It's so easy to get caught up in the excitement and overspend. So decide how much you're willing to spend before you even leave the house, and don't let those doorbuster deals tempt you.
A budget is your best friend on Black Friday. Okay. What about those of us who are sticking to online shopping? Any tips for navigating the digital shopping cart wars?
Absolutely. First, do your research in advance. Know what you want to buy. Compare prices across different retailers. And sign up for email alerts so you don't miss any deals.
Basically, be prepared to strike when the deals drop.
Exactly. Also, make sure your internet connection is stable and your devices are charged. There's nothing worse than trying to snag a deal only to have your internet crash or your laptop battery die.
Oh, yes, that's the worst.
Yeah.
And finally, be wary of scams. If a deal seems too good to be true, it probably is. Make sure you're shopping on legitimate websites and be cautious of suspicious links or emails.
So whether you're braving the crowds or shopping from your couch, be prepared, be safe, and most importantly, have fun with it.
At the end of the day, Black Friday is a reflection of us, our desires, our fears, and our love of a good bargain.
And as much as we might complain about the crowds, the chaos, and the occasional shopping cart pileup, there's something undeniably entertaining about Black Friday.
It's a day of stories, laughter,
Yeah.
and maybe even a few life lessons learned along the way. All right, everyone, that's it for part 1 of our deep dive.
We'll be right back after a quick break to refresh our shopping carts. Don't go anywhere, we're back.
And ready to talk more Black Friday.
You know what's interesting? Black Friday has become this weird tradition, this bonding experience for a lot of families.
Yeah, I've heard stories of families who bicker all year round, and then they turn into a well-oiled Black Friday shopping machine. They've got their game faces on, ready to tackle those crowds and snag those deals together.
They've probably got a color-coded spreadsheet and a detailed battle plan.
Oh, absolutely. Walkie-talkies, designated zones, the whole 9 yards.
I bet the stories that come out of those family Black Friday trips are priceless.
Oh, you're telling me I heard about a family that used walkie-talkies to coordinate their entire shopping spree, like a Black Friday SWAT team, each member assigned to a specific department.
Did they have code names? Like Eagle One and Bargain Hunter.
You better believe it. But their operation almost fell apart thanks to the youngest member of the squad who kept breaking radio silence with giggles and using the code name Big Turkey.
Okay, that's hilarious. But Black Friday isn't just about the laughs and the crazy stories. It also makes you think about our relationship with stuff, with buying things.
You're right. Black Friday is like a mini version of our society's obsession with buying.
Yeah.
Even if we don't need all that stuff.
Oh.
We get so caught up in the excitement, the deals, the whole atmosphere. And we forget to ask ourselves, do I really need another air fryer?
And then there's the environmental impact of Black Friday. All those products being made, shipped, packaged, all for a single day of shopping. It's a lot of resources.
That's a really good point. We get so focused on the deals that we don't always think about the bigger picture.
And then there are the workers, the people who make all that stuff, and the retail employees who have to deal with the Black Friday craziness firsthand.
Working long hours, dealing with those huge crowds, sometimes even getting caught in the crossfire of a blender tug of war. It's definitely something to think about.
It is. So while Black Friday can be fun and exciting, it's also a time to maybe take a step back and think about our shopping habits, the impact of our choices.
Right. It's about finding that balance between enjoying the thrill of the hunt and being mindful.
Exactly. So as we continue to deep dive into Black Friday, what are some takeaways for our listeners? What do we want them to think about?
I think the most important thing is to approach Black Friday with awareness. It's a day that can be both fun and a little problematic. It's up to each of us to decide how we want to participate.
It's about being informed, making choices that feel good, and maybe even finding a little humor in all the madness.
Black Friday is a reflection of us as shoppers and as a society. And maybe by understanding its history, its psychology, and its impact, we can make better choices about how we engage with it.
So whether you're a seasoned Black Friday veteran or a curious newbie dipping your toes into the retail frenzy, remember to shop smart, stay safe, and maybe even share a laugh along the way.
And who knows, you might just walk away with a great deal, a funny story, and a new perspective on the whole Black Friday phenomenon.
So what if we channeled all that Black Friday energy into something more meaningful?
Okay, like what?
What if instead of focusing on getting the best deals, we use that energy to give back?
Interesting. What do you have in mind?
What if we turned Black Friday into a day of giving back? Instead of buying more stuff, we could donate to charities, volunteer our time, or just spread some kindness.
Now that's a thought. Imagine Black Friday becoming known for community and compassion instead of just crazy consumerism.
Right. It could be a day where we focus on helping others, supporting local businesses, making a positive impact.
That would be awesome. So as you head out to conquer those Black Friday deals, or maybe just enjoy a peaceful day at home, think about how you can use this day to make a difference.
Whether it's a small act of kindness or a grand gesture, every little bit counts.
Let's make this Black Friday a day to remember. Not just for the deals we score, but for the positive impact we create.
That's a great note to end on. Thanks for joining us for our deep dive into this crazy cultural phenomenon.
And a huge thank you to all of you for listening. Be sure to share your own Black Friday stories and thoughts in the comments below.
We love hearing from you. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives. Until next time, happy shopping, happy giving, and happy holidays. Welcome back to the deep dive.
Ready for round 3 of Black Friday madness.
We've talked about the history, the psychology, the crazy stories, but before we wrap up, I want to leave you with something to think about.
Okay, lay it on me.
You know, all those crazy Black Friday stories we've been sharing, the shopping cart shenanigans, the epic battles over blenders, the people dressed as turkeys.
It's amazing what people will do for a discount, right?
It really makes you think, what if we channeled all that Black Friday energy into something a little more meaningful?
Okay, I like where this is going.
What if instead of just focusing on getting the best deals for ourselves, we use that energy to give back to others?
Now that's an interesting thought.
What if we turned Black Friday into a day of giving back? Instead of buying more stuff we don't need, we could donate to charities, volunteer our time, or just spread some kindness.
I love that idea. Imagine Black Friday becoming known for community and compassion instead of just crazy consumerism.
Right. It could be a day where we focus on helping others, supporting local businesses, and making a positive impact on the world around us.
That would be pretty awesome. So as you head out to conquer those Black Friday deals, or maybe just enjoy a peaceful day at home, think about how you can use this day to make a difference.
Whether it's a small act of kindness or a grand gesture of generosity, every little bit counts.
Let's make this Black Friday a day to remember, not just for the deals we score, but for the positive impact we create.
Absolutely. That's a great way to end our Black Friday deep dive. Thanks for joining us.
And a huge thank you to all of you for listening. We hope you enjoyed our Black Friday exploration, the history, the psychology, the humor, and yes, even the heartwarming moments.
Be sure to share your own Black Friday stories and thoughts in the comments below. We love hearing from you.
And don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into the topics that matter to you. Until next time, happy shopping, happy giving, and happy holidays.